Hello students, the next topic is MSP 430, that is mixed signal processing. MSP 430 was introduced in the late 19s by TI, Texas Instruments of US. What are the important features? So main features MSP stands for mixed signal processor, which tells that it is going to support both analog as well as digital signals, and suitable for low power portable application, and it is straightforward 16-bit RISC processor using von Neumann architecture, and it has got both address and data buses are 16 bits wide. Okay, and it has got a 16 registers in its CPU. It can address 2 raised to 16, that is 64 KB of memory, and it is extremely easy to put the device into low power mode, and it is awakened by an interrupt and returns automatically to the low power mode after handling the interrupt. So interrupt handle admele come back to low power mode. There are several low power modes are available, and there is a wide choice of clocks here. So MSP 430, it can wake from standby mode rapidly, perform the task, ಮತ್ತು ವಾಪಸ್ come back to low power mode. Okay, that is the feature, and it has got a wide range of peripherals. Okay, and they can run autonomously without the CPU, without the help of the CPU. It can run independently, that is autonomously without CPU, and for most of the time. And many devices which include LCD, liquid crystal displays, with the MSP 430 can drive directly. So this 430 MSP 430 devices can be classified as a application specific standard products, ASSPs. Okay, next, naming of MSP 430, it is not required for your CT point of view. And we have a MSP 430 architecture. So this pin diagram and all won't be asked in your CT, and it is helpful for your main examination. So just briefly we go through this. I think diagram, the figure may be clear, may not be clear, I am not sure here. So this outside the pin of MSP, as you know, this is a 14 pin. Pin number 1 is VCC. Pin number 2, it has various functions. So 1 to 7, 8 to 14. This is a DIP package, and this is a typical of a modern small microcontroller having almost all the pins have several functions. So that is a multitasking. And details of each pin are VCC and VSS are commonly supply voltage and ground. VCC for voltage and VSS is for ground. Okay, and pin number 1.0 to 1.7, that is port 1, 2.6 and 2.7 are for the digital input and output purpose, which are grouped as port 1 and port 2. T acknowledgement TA0, TA1 are associated with the timer A. T acknowledgement is used as TA clock, used as a clock input to the timer. TA0, TA1 input ಮತ್ತು output ಕತೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. And V reference is a reference voltage for the converter purpose. ACLK and SMCLK are the output for microcontroller clock signal. And S clock and S clock, SD0 and SCL are used for the universal serial interface, USI, and it communicates with the external devices using SPI, or it may be internal integrated circuit bus. Xin and Xout are connection for the crystal. Okay, crystal oscillator is being there, connected there. And RST is a active low reset signal, so reset purpose ga use ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. And NMI is a non-maskable interrupt. It allows the external signal to interrupt the normal operation of the program ಅನ್ನು ಅದು alter ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ, interrupt ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ. And TCK, TMS, T clock, TDI, TD0 test, they form the full JTAG interface. JTAG interface ಅನ್ನು ಅವು ಅಷ್ಟು ಕೂಡಿಸಿ JTAG interface formation ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ. Okay, this is regarding your MSP 430 pin diagram, and this is regarding the functional block diagram of your MSP 430. So from theory point of view, this is important. So as we know, and this MSP 430 block diagram, some important points, just go through important points. So it has a clock generator, it has a emulation ಮತ್ತು JTAG interface, and it has got a SPI by wire ಅಂತ block diagram ನಾಗ ಬರ್ತವೆ, and which are used to communicate with your desktop computer and downloading the program for debugging purpose. So main blocks are the memory address bus MAB and memory data bus MDB, and these devices have got flash memory 1 KB in F2003 model or 2 KB in F2013, and it has 128 bytes of RAM, which has got a 6 blocks as shown in the diagram. and all the MSP 430 include input or output post, timer A ಮತ್ತು watchdog timer along with some other things. And we have got a brownout protection which comes into action if the supply voltage drops to dangerous levels. There is a protection if the voltage goes below the threshold voltage. There is a brownout protection available. And here we have a ground and power supply connections are there. Ground VSS ಅಂತೀವಿ and supply voltage VCC ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So these are some of the important aspect of the functional block diagram of MSP 430. And the next topic is regarding the central processing unit register. So as we know, CPU has got the different features which are designed for the modern programming purpose, and the CPU has got the different things. It has got a 16-bit register starting from R0 to R15. ಅದರೊಳಗೆ R0, R1, R2 ಮತ್ತು R3 have dedicated function. R4 to R15 have got a working register. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ general purpose ಸಂಬಂಧ. We have a PC, program counter, 16-bit PC, that is nothing but R0. It points to the next instruction which has to be executed. So normal thing. So this is a register. Picture may not be clear here, diagram. So you have to refer your textbook. So R0, R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, R6 up to R15. So R0 is a PC program counter. R1 that is SP stack pointer. R2 that is SR or CGN status. R3 constant generator. R4 to R15 GP general purpose. And this is MDB memory data bus and MAB memory address bus. And it has got a 64 KB address space which is performed on the word boundary. Next one is a SP, that is a stack pointer. The stack pointer that is SP, that is R1, which is used by the CPU. Why? To store the return address of the subroutines which are being called. And SP, it can be used by the software with all the instructions and as well as different addressing modes. This is regarding the your registers. And we have one more register that is called as status register SR. The status register SR, that is R2, it is mainly used as a source. So we have R1 as a R0 as a program counter PC, R1 as a stack pointer, and R2 as a status register, that is SR. It is used for the source or it for the destination purpose, and it can be used in the register mode only and addressed with the word instructions. And they have a different status registers, overflow flag, overflow bit, just like we have overflow flag, sign flag like this, overflow bit, and system clock generator SCG, system clock generator 0, SCG 0, oscillator off, OSC off, CPU off, general interrupt enable, negative bit, 0 bit, carry bit, just like our flags. Next we have a constant generator register, that is CG1 ಮತ್ತು CG2 ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತವೆ. So 6 commonly used constants are generated with a constant generator register, that is R2 ಮತ್ತು R3 without the requiring additional 16 bit. So the combination of R2 R3 ಇಂದ ಬರ್ತವೆ. So R2 ಒಳಗೆ possibility ಏನು 0001 1011, R3 ಒಳಗೆ again 0001 1011 and different constants, and it has got the different remarks ಬರ್ತದೆ. Just see this. So these are the different combinations, and 4 plus 4 total 8 combinations are there. And here the constants are selected with the source register addressing mode, that is AS, as described in the table below. The constant generator has major advantages. No special instructions are required here, and no additional code or code word for the 6 constants, and no code memory access is required to retrieve the constant. Next we have a general purpose register R4 to R15. We have 12 register R4 to R15. They are general purpose, and all these 12 register can be either used as a data register or address pointer, or it may be index values, and it can be accessed with byte as well as word instructions. Next we have a flexible clock system. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ the basic clock module plus it supports low system cost as well as ultra low power consumption. So low cost and low power. So we have 3 internal clock signals ಬರ್ತವೆ, and user can select the best balance of performance and low power consumptions. So the basic clock module, which includes 2, 3 or 4 clock sources. Okay, so that you can study in your theory point of view. And the next important topic related to your MSP 430 is a bit of exceptions, that is interrupts and reset. So as we know, execution of the program, it usually proceeds predictably. So step by step it has to go, but there are three classes of exceptions to this rule. Means some exceptions will be there. One, the NMI non-maskable interrupt, system reset, ಮತ್ತೆ maskable. That is a non-maskable NMI interrupt. It can be generated by three sources. There are three sources which can generate our NMI. Number one, an edge on the RST, reset and NMI pin when it is configured with a non-maskable mode, an access violation to the flash memory, and an oscillator fault occurs. These are the three different cases of a NMI occurrence. And in the next video, we shall study other topics.